We are coming. Day after day.
Bro,
We are coming.
All right, we're back. Circling Back podcast, Washed Media headquarters in the beautiful Austin, Texas area. My name's Will DeFreeze. To my left, David Ruff.
Man, I almost thought we were going to have to hunker down today the way this tropical sis is rolling in.
When is it hitting, Davey?
What?
When's the tropical cis rolling in?
Oh, the tropical sis. It's rolling in right now.
Oh.
What are the
Surging heavy.
what are the meteorologists saying?
They're saying if you're not careful, you might catch
Is there concern about this tropical storm?
Not here. We're just gonna get a little rain here.
Okay, I know, but in general, like I don't.
emphasis on little.
Not being from Texas, I didn't grow up with like the vibe around tropical storms, and so from my perspective, there's always a dividing line between tropical storms. There's the one that people are like, oh, this is gonna be fun, and then there's the one that's like, oh, I don't. Let's hope this isn't another Harvey.
It certainly depends on where you are geographically located. If you're next to the coast, then there's reason for concern. We're inland. We're fine. But we are concerned for our folks on the coast.
If you're on the coast, board those windows up.
Is there a name? Does this one have a name?
Alberto.
Oh, Alberto.
Yeah, they were touting it as a potential lake filler in Central
gonna
Texas.
it ain't gonna happen,
No,
is
it became clear yesterday it was going to be kind of a bust here. But little rain,
Lord
cool
have
us
mercy.
down. Yes, last night. I don't know if you guys got out. Pretty nice evening.
It was a nice evening.
Yeah.
I even took Stella for a little pre-dusk stroll, and it was quite nice.
I didn't go outside last night. Stayed in the air conditioning, vibed out.
Truth be told, I was planning on getting up early and taking Stella on an early morning walk, but I didn't fall asleep until 1:45 a.m. I pulled a Randy.
What were you watching?
I was kind of I was in like shut my brain off mode in bed, and I just the algorithm was popping, and I just stayed on my phone a little bit and I did absolutely nothing, and it was kind of nice. I regret getting very little sleep, but it was nice.
No, I've had this really dumb thing I've been doing lately where I play FIFA, get frustrated, and then turn the game off, and then sit on that same couch for like an hour scrolling, and then suddenly it's after midnight and I need to go to bed, and then I wake up early with my kid, and I'm like, why'd I
Yeah.
do that?
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
I do this thing where I'm like, okay, if I fall asleep right now, I will get 7.5 hours. Like
While your phone is right here, like if I
Yeah.
fall asleep right now,
then I'm like, let's see what this next reel has to offer. And I just keep going, and it's a mess.
dude, what if the next one's like the best one?
I know? What if it's life changing
And it's
advice?
not.
I
It's
get?
like a hot air balloon catching on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Or it's a young lady doing a street interview that says, "What to spit on that thing," and then I see her like 7 more times.
Huatua.
She was a big player last night.
Yeah. If you don't know what we're talking about, you'll know. Just give it time.
Give it time.
Give it about 24 hours.
You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Is she allowed to use the spittoon at the saloon?
I don't know if she's, well,
It's open to everybody.
they do ladies' night on Thursday.
Yeah.
Looks
Kind
like,
of a novelty.
looks like about noon the rain will
Okay.
move in.
Okay. Dylan Shivery.
Hey everyone, happy to be here. Running on little sleep, but I honestly feel pretty good.
Well, what happened? You didn't sleep last night?
Yeah, did you not sleep well last night? Did you go to bed late?
Yeah, 1:45 as I
Really?
mentioned.
What were you
mentioned-
watching?
I mentioned about 2 or 3 minutes ago.
Oh,
Dude, it seems like in all that time you could have like pressed play and finished Harry Potter.
great point, Will.
I'm not watching it without Parks. That's the deal
Okay.
we've made.
Okay.
We were in the
Hey, cool playing the good dad card in
we're
our
in this
face right
pattern
now,
of
dude.
we make popcorn every night and we turn on HP and we
Con-
just let it ride.
Wait,
And it's
do you
nice.
doctor the
Tell me-
popcorn?
Tell me you're not in the middle of one of the movies while he's at camp.
No, we have finished 4.
Okay.
We are starting on 5 when he returns.
What's that popcorn do?
We're doing Smart Pop butter flavor,
Okay.
and it's honestly really good.
Butter flavor or real butter?
I don't think it's real butter, considering I don't add any butter to it.
Yeah.
It's just already
What to it?
It's
We weren't
already
a-
in the pack.
We weren't a popcorn family growing up.
We weren't either, really.
I hate popcorn.
We were, and I think that's where my diver tick kicked in.
Who hates popcorn?
I understand the allure of popcorn, but the cost benefit analysis when I run it from a kernel standpoint, it simply isn't worth it for me because
Popcorn is awesome.
most of the time that I'm eating popcorn, I'm in public. It's like a free food or something to snack on, whatever. It's always a public food for me. And there's always a decent chance I'm going to get a kernel stuck in my gums that it's going to just wreck my brain trying to get it out.
That's just part of the deal. Is something's gonna get stuck in your shit.
There's not that many foods that like people are willing to get stuck in their teeth for a significant amount of time,
Okay.
like popcorn.
Counterpoint.
Awesome,
You
Red
get
meat.
You get a kernel stuck in your gums, but he's got the 11 herbs and spices.
Mm-hmm.
now we're talking.
Could be kind of dope.
You need to try it out at home and just see how it treats you.
No, I have. It's just not for me. I hate kernels, man. I hate them.
We were a chips and salsa fam, as you probably could have guessed.
Okay, yeah, I have no problem with that. That's great.
Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah. Popcorn was fine.
No.
Whatever. Parks loves it.
The only time I will go in on popcorn, turn the brain off, and just start munching, like really munch there, Dylan, is Christmas time. When you get those popcorn tins in.
Those
and
popcorn tins are undefeated.
Because the thing is, like, I don't care what flavors you get.
Which one do you reach for first?
Well, you could do it all. Like, you got the cheddar over here.
Cheddar's
You
what
got the
that's what I reach
caramel
for.
over here. You can even have a regular flavor right here. You can even do a little chocolate covered if you want to.
I freaking love the
Ooh.
juxtaposition between the cheddar and the caramel.
It's the juxto, dude.
Did
I
you say
love it.
caramel?
Yeah, the juxtaposition between the two.
Between the cheddar and the what?
Caramel.
Caramel?
Randy Trimbacki, do you have something to say?
If you're talking popcorn, you're talking about different flavors. Maybe we should do some Garrett's popcorn when we're in Chicago. That's the good stuff.
I got to do my
heard
sour
of it.
ball.
Yeah, why are you
Your what?
sandbagging your sour ball?
I was going to do it on the show today. I completely forgot.
On last
you
week's
want- go get
episode, we decided to talk about how Dylan had procured the world's sourest candy.
Wait, have you not tried it yet?
No.
Barrett did it yesterday.
Yeah,
I saw
did
him.
we
I
record
cut
him?
you off completely.
Did we record him?
No, we should have. He made it about as long as I did.
Well, we ordered some of the candy. We have about 30 in the office right now,
We have
and
plenty.
we've all done it except for Dave. So we need to get you on that train. We didn't record Barrett.
No, he just reached for one and he goes, "What are these?" And I said, "Put it in your mouth and find out." And he didn't make it long.
Don't cut that for a soundbite.
He fucked around and found out.
I'm shocked, and I mean shocked at how well these two plus Brett handled that sour candy.
The only thing that I did for consecutive winters was take the money that my mom gave me when I went skiing, and I would buy warheads, whatever the most aggressive warheads we could find were, and I would sit in a chair and we would try to eat them without making faces because we were 6 years old. That's
Did
just
you
what we
enjoy
did.
it? Or is it just like
I learned to love it,
it's just like, let's see if I can tolerate this awful
but I think
candy.
it like forever affected my tongue. Like I don't think I have the sour like thing.
It was sour Skittles for me. My mouth.
I did those
was
too.
an absolute wreck after. eating
Pretty much
tons of
every
those.
candy that I enjoy in mass quantity at places are a little sour. Like the Patch Kids.
Those are barely sour.
Why don't they have regular? They only have Sour Patch Kids. They don't just have Patch Kids. I would eat just non-sour Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, the Sour Patch Kids are great, but the sourness is very mild.
They're. Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say it's too aggressive. And
No.
I was gonna sour shame you.
Did you ever see the sequel to Patch Adams? It was Sour Patch Adams.
Mm-hmm.
He was just a fucking dickhead.
I missed that
He
one.
was just a shitty guy.
Mm-hmm.
Just in a bad mood all the time.
Yeah, it wasn't Robin Williams. They got somebody else.
Yeah, Dylan doesn't like Robin Williams. He famously hates him.
I don't hate him. His comedy just doesn't do much for me.
You didn't like Mork and Mindy?
didn't watch Mork and Mindy.
You should start one of the episodes, give it like 8 minutes, sleep on it, wait a few days, and then finish that episode, then rinse and repeat.
Okay.
Mhm.
He was a little zany for my taste.
Ooh.
His serious roles were goated though, dude.
A hell of an actor. Yeah. I agree with that.
His performance alone is one of the main reasons that I think when it comes down to it, I think Good Will Hunting's probably my favorite movie of all time. And I think his role in that I think is the most major player. Shout out Matt Damon though, you know?
Right.
Do you think Damon would be a good hang?
Yeah.
Better than his buddy.
Ben?
Dude,
Yeah.
I feel bad for Ben Affleck.
He's lost the plot.
He fumbled. What's her name? What's her name?
Ana de Armas. I don't think he fumbled. I think he's. Isn't he like an alcoholic?
I don't know. She's beautiful.
I've heard that he's like an alcoholic and he's just been struggling with everything. And then like he's now on the rocks with J-Lo, and like Jennifer Garner was seen going into their house and people were thinking it was an intervention, all this stuff.
You can't fool her.
He's also done a lot of movies where alcoholism is rampant. He did that basketball movie where he was just an alcoholic basketball coach. Do you write what you know, David? That's what people wonder.
It's a great question.
Do you write what you know?
I don't know.
I don't know. Damon might be an all right hang. Probably not. I feel like you're very. I think right now the best hang in Hollywood's probably GP.
Gwyneth Paltrow?
G-Pal.
Yeah. Yeah. He'd
It's
be a good
Glenn,
person to hang
right?
around, yeah.
Yeah, he seems cool, man.
Yeah.
Moving back to Austin, I hear.
Oh, tax play?
I think he's just kind of over the LA scene.
I think it's a tax play.
No state income tax, Dylan.
He's going to be the biggest
Right.
fish in this little pond over here if he starts stunting around town a lot. It's McConaughey sitting here like, all right, young whippersnapper, chill out. This is my city still.
Man, he's gonna run the city.
Like, what if he's like the vice minister of culture?
Better watch your girl. Hold on to her tight.
It's not a bad thing to have him in town for recruiting purposes,
That's
for
true.
everything. Like, it's
That's
a good
point.
thing.
He's fully bought in on the UT stuff as he went there.
Famously.
Yeah.
Dude, just okay, while Parks is out of town, now you get to watch the baseball movie that he was in. Everybody Wants Some.
Oh, I did. I forgot to tell you. I did watch it.
Oh, no.
Chelsea and I watched it.
Did you enjoy his performance?
I hated that movie.
Why?
Fuck yeah.
There wasn't a plot.
There was no. That's kind of why I enjoyed it. Actually,
It was just college guys just drinking and trying to hook up with chicks, and like I kept waiting for something to happen.
dude,
It was
this
like,
movie sucks.
Sounds like a lot happened.
nothing, dude. Nothing happens in that movie.
Did y'all watch it in one evening?
Yes.
How do you watch that?
To be fair to
movie
Dylan,
with no
he's
plot.
not wrong. Like, there really isn't some like crazy like overwhelming plot. Like,
There's not.
You're
a plot.
halfway through the movie and you're just kind of like, all right, these guys have just been hanging.
Isn't Dazed and Confused like one of your favorite movies?
There's
There's a
Confused is an
plot.
excellent movie. There's an actual storyline.
What's the
to it.
plot?
The Moon Tower.
They just all go to a party.
But there's like ebbs and flows to the movie. This is just like
Who was talking about real?
and it's a baseball movie. They play baseball for 3 minutes in the movie.
Well, who were we talking about Real Bros with? And I was like, yeah, the first episodes are all like 5 or 7 minutes.
That was me.
And then you were like, yeah, it does move pretty fast. I was like, no, it does not move fast. The entire first season is about throwing one single kickback.
I said it just seems like those episodes are so long for them. They only like 5 minutes. I'm like, man, there's a lot in here.
By the way, that's where Chelsea's from. Like she's from like Simi Valley or like right outside it. So I was like, have you heard of this show? She's like, no.
Dude.
I showed her the clip where the dude wants to fight the baby. And she's like, okay, I think I have to watch this show. She's like, that's exactly how they actually talk.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dylan, this movie that you sent me a minute ago, did you watch this in one sitting?
I didn't send you anything.
It says Snatch Adams.
Come on, man. What are you doing?
I don't know. You fucking sent it to me.
I didn't send anything to you.
Slack.
I'm sorry. I didn't want you to ask me if I'd seen it because I had. I didn't want to be honest with you.
Dylan, it's
about
not like it's
Okay.
one of my favorite movies. Like, I just think it's an entertaining Glenn Powell movie where he gets you have to admit he's the star of the show in that movie though. Like,
He is.
I don't think he was like, it doesn't feel like he was supposed to be like the main character, but the way that he steals the movie, it's like, oh well, this guy's the talent.
Yeah. Was
What's
that
it
his
called?
first big role?
No,
If
I
you
think
can
that was
call that-
after Scream Queens or whatever he was in that you
Oh,
watched
really?
first. Yeah, I think that was after.
Okay.
But he clearly likes Linklater.
Yeah.
Austin guy.
Dude, we're just big Austin guys.
It's no Dazed and Confused, Randy. Back to your point. You can't. I mean, they are very
Dylan,
similar. in
Dylan
vibe.
complaining about a movie where all it is college baseball players drinking and hooking up with chicks is a thing I thought I'd never see.
I
This
just
is
wanted,
disgusting.
I wanted something to happen, and nothing ever happened. It was really weird.
Did you leave this review? It's 1 star. It says, I'm all for fun and easygoing movies, but to be honest, I just thought this one was a bit rubbish. There was a limited amount of plot, and it all seemed a bit jumbled. The movie is based around a boy that goes off to college to be on the baseball team.
Yeah, I did leave that. That was me. It was a bit rubbish. I say that all the time.
This person wrote about 400
Jeez,
words.
They wrote long. It's longer than the movie.
Dave, what is that hat? That hat's dope.
Dude,
Never
are you
seen
on your
you wear
nice
it.
boy swag?
Is that a Cracker Barrel hat?
It's my trinket hat. I got it in the trinket shop at Cracker Barrel. No, what's it say? It's a Montana hat.
It says Glacier Raft Company.
Why don't you wear that every day?
dude. Dave fucking he rafts in glaciers.
For sure.
I don't know. I didn't want to cuck Brett.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? Like, let him have his thing. He went to Montana once too.
It's true.
Maybe twice.
He retroactively went to Jackson Hole, which is tight.
He went back. He's like, I got the shirt. I got to go.
Yeah, I got to earn the shirt that I've been wearing for the past 2 years.
The multiple shirts.
Mm-hmm.
Randy, what are you rocking today?
I'm rocking a Ricky Prosper joint.
Ricky Prosper, noted graphic designer in the Wash Media universe, who will, in fact, be at our Muggsy event next weekend.
Hell yeah.
Less than a month away.
Less than a month away.
Next week, we'll be in Chicago starting Friday, 5 to 6:30 at Muggsy on Armitage. Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. Starting at 6 p.m. on Saturday at Sluggers. Dylan will be in the batting cages, taking him to the chest like Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore.
That's right. And maybe
I-
on the Golden Tee machine too.
Dylan will be tearing his rotator cuff, just hammered playing Golden Tee.
My shoulder, I'm on the DL. If you don't notice, I didn't play a single game yesterday.
Yeah, you're being soft as fuck.
My shoulder straight up hurts.
I'm going to watch this Glenn Powell movie. I'm going to quote it extensively in
Yeah,
Chicago.
Glaze it, dude.
I'm going to glaze this thing so hard at Sluggers.
You should.
It's going to
Oh,
be great.
that's a good idea, actually. That's a good idea. We should steal some bits for Sluggers.
Okay, I'll watch it.
Come join us in Chicago. It's going to be fun. If you haven't already, go subscribe to our newsletter, washed.substack.com. You can watch every episode of this very podcast on youtube.com/circlingback. Dylan's Track House will be live tomorrow on youtube.com/washedmedia. And finally, go pick up some merch at washedmedia.shop. Meet our friends over at Twillery, the performance menswear brand that brings life-changing functionality to your wardrobe. Whether you're headed to the office or airport, Twillery's line of suits, shirts, polos, and jeans will keep you cool. They won't wrinkle, and they got plenty of stretch to keep you comfy. To top it all off, everything, including suits, are machine washable, so no more trips to the dry cleaners. I'm going to Scottsdale, Arizona tomorrow for work, and I've already got some packing done. My green performance Twillery shorts will be making it, as it's going to be Sweat Boy season in Arizona.
You got to do it. It's
Gotta
a dry
do
heat,
it.
though.
It's a dry. Is it a dry heat? There's no dry heat when it comes to me. Well, now the armpit Botox is kind of firing.
It makes a huge difference.
Oh yeah.
You're good
Huge.
either way because you're rocking your Twillery
Exactly.
shorts.
Exactly.
You think I'm not bringing my twill to freaking Chicago?
We
Is
know
that
you're
what
bringing your
think?
Yeah,
twill
we
to
were going to bring it
Chicago.
up, but yeah, you are.
As a special offer to our listeners, use code WASHED18 for $18 off your first order of $139 or more at Twillery.com. Twillery, tailored for performance. Got a package yesterday in the mail. Randy knew about this package. That noise you might have heard is a Vortex
Okay.
bottle thing that I bought on eBay. You guys
Bucket.
familiar with Vortex
It's a
bottles?
bucket.
If you're not familiar with
Very.
Vortex bottles, Dylan, I know you're kind of confused right now. So there was a time in everyone's life, it was a beautiful time, where you see this Miller Lite. They turned the neck of the bottle into a vortex, and so it shot beer down your throat at a faster rate than beer normally pours out of bottles.
Okay. I know that we're about to open one of these, and I think you're going to drink it. I kind of want to experiment with a regular bottle of beer and pour them out at the same time and see if it actually comes out faster.
I'm not drinking it right now. If this is a
Oh,
vortex,
I thought you
bottle,
said you are.
It's warm.
So what?
Easier to chug, dude.
No. Okay. So here's my plan. I'm not just going to drink this casually. Like this might be the last Vortex bottle I ever have.
On Earth.
And there aren't that many left. When I drink this, it's going to be an event. There might be a DJ.
I thought you were going to chug it right here, like on the
No,
pod.
I thought about it, but I don't think it would be right. Like
Okay.
this might be the last time I ever get to do this. I need to consult my boys. Like I got to call Todd up and be like, hey dude, I've procured one.
I guess after you drank it, we could take the empty bottle, fill it with water, and still conduct the experiment that I mentioned a couple minutes ago.
We could. We'll do the Vortex bottle experiment after.
Yeah, I wanted to see if it actually works. All right, here we go.
Randy,
We're
can you give me
doing
a little credit? So this box came in the mail yesterday, and I saw that it had my name on it. What is the first thing that I said to you when I got this box?
He says, "Oh, I think that's a Vortex bottle."
That's not what I said.
That's what he said.
What if
I'm
it's
like,
not? What if it's a
No,
coffee
no.
mug?
I know that because can you read who it's from on the? Because
Oh, there's a note.
They typed it. Will, I don't know how old this genuine Vortex bottle is, but I'm fairly certain it has been refrigerated since it was purchased. Drink it if you must, or appreciate it for the engineering marvel that it is. Can't imagine it's any worse than a Milkster, Mitch, aka Pushy Crusher.
Oh, Pushy Crusher. Where did we see him recently?
He's a staple on Dylan's Track House.
That's right. He was on the Track House.
Pushy Crusher.
Pushy Crusher.
Twitch guy.
He's a
All
Twitch
right.
fella. Shout out to
Okay.
Pushy Crusher.
Here we go.
Oh my God. There she is.
Yeah. I've seen the text.
Look at that thing, man.
Look at
That's
the
a
ridges,
vortex.
dude. Look at the ridges.
Imagine how fast it's just going to shoot down your throat.
This is cool.
I wonder how many are left. Like, I really do.
We
Dude,
should've-
did
we
you
need
guys see the
gloves.
TikTok that went viral like last week?
No?
Here, David. There's a TikTok that went viral of a dude going in a refrigerator and pulling out a Vortex bottle and being like, look what I just found. And people were going nuts for it.
Wow. For Mitch to give this up to us,
Mitch, you're my backer
that
of the
is
month.
very generous.
April 18th, 2011. Is that possible?
That sounds about right.
That was a birth date?
That sounds about
I don't know
right.
if that's a birth date or expiration date.
Well, here, let me see.
Who did the Born On dating? There was a
Oh,
beer that did a
yeah.
Born On.
I think that
Remember
was Budweiser. Was it Budweiser?
I would always
I don't
check that
remember.
before I, opened it just to make sure.
Well, people don't realize that not only is Miller Lite triple hops brewed, which is unique in its own respect, but it also has great taste and is less filling.
That's true. Wow. That's it's a little piece of history right there.
It would go really nicely behind Dylan's head. I got to tell you.
We can put the empty back there.
I don't think you drink it.
Shut up. Yeah. What are you talking about?
No, I think that
If Miller Lite reaches out like at any point, I don't think I'm going to even entertain anything.
Look how much space.
I don't think
there
I
is.
want to work with them.
what's your number?
I don't know if I have a number because I think this is more of a love of the gameplay. Like I've been tweeting about Miller Lite Vortex bottles for months now. People have been tagging them. People have been doing whatever. They have a really inactive Twitter account, and I don't get the feeling that they need help selling a Miller Lite as it's one of the most popular beers in America. But I will say that like if they even reached out, I'd be like, it would be disingenuous for me to like not or to get paid to do this. Like I need to spray this beer down my throat without the man hovering over my shoulder.
You want to know what the beer brand sold the most beer in 2023?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't Miller Lite. Bud Light. So,
But Dave, the saying is, "Go woke, go broke,"
yeah,
and that was the most selling beer in 2023.
they got Gillis. They got Gillis on board, and it changed things. But
Also-
no, I'm just saying Miller Lite. Like, if you want to change that stat that I just read that doesn't look kindly upon you, maybe you reach out.
Also, Kid Rock put the AR down. He's like, all right, enough's enough. They get the point. And they started drinking Bud Light again.
Yeah, he remembered. He's like, "Oh fuck, I blew up my favorite beer, and now I made it impossible to drink, and that's all I want to do." Kid Rock had a beer for a while.
Look at that thing, man. Just staring at us.
It's exciting, dude. I kind of forgot how beautiful the light is when it goes through the the molded glass.
Sure. It's beautiful.
Oh,
I'm saying the Miller Lite's like 10th. I don't know what these rankings are based upon, but
it's a really good way to sell more beer.
It's almost like it's time to bring back the Vortex.
you got the spittoon.
It's a volume play. Like if they had a beer that sprayed down your throat and people were drinking them faster, they'd want more.
I still think it's an FDA reg. They put a stop.
Well,
to
I
it.
told you what the guy or one of the people on the development team. Someone reached out and said like I had a relative who was on the Miller Lite team that did the Vortex bottle, and people would ask like what the point of it is, and he'd say, "Well, what do you think it does?" And then they would say like, "Oh, I think it makes the liquid come out faster," or they would say, "I don't think it does anything." No matter what they said, he would just say, "You're exactly right." I personally think it sprays down your throat.
Is this
Yeah.
like the rumor that back in like the late 70s, early 80s, the Boston album, the highly coveted new Boston album, the reason it was delayed is because the guitars, people weren't ready for how hard the guitars were going to go?
Dude, they turned it up to 11.
Yeah, there was like that was a thing.
You know what? Now that I think about it, in promoting that, I bet they weren't allowed to say it comes out faster.
They could probably say it comes out smoother.
Because it said on
They
this bucket, it says specially designed grooves, and that's all it says about the Vortex.
Yeah. But think about like your beer pouring method, Dylan. The one where you pour it somewhat aggressively and to get all the carbonation, or a lot of the carbonation out of it.
Yeah. You want a nice little head on that.
If there was a beer bottle that removed some of that carbonation without you having to pour it, would that be of interest to you?
I don't know.
Will odds you'll just pants beer this thing?
What talk about a waste of a Vortex bottle.
Is it?
Well, odds you'll pants
Is
beer.
it? Has
That's-
anyone ever pants beered a Vortex?
No.
Because this Venn diagram is very separated on the timeline.
Nobody, look, Will, I don't mean this as an insult. I think more people would rather see you pants beer this thing than actually enjoy it through your mouth.
I don't know. I think some mouth enjoyment of this thing wouldn't go unnoticed.
People would notice. They'd be like, that's great. I'm happy for Will. He got to taste his dream. But
I think I gotta fly my buddy Todd in. Like I don't think it'd be right for me to drink it without him. I almost feel like I need to wait for another one to show up so I can drink one with him. Because the amount of Vortex bottles that he and I went through is just next level.
how mad would you be if we oddsed it and it ended up going back to me?
I
and
wouldn't do it.
I got to pants beer your Vortex bottle.
I don't deny odds very often, but there's simply no way that I'm letting someone else pants beer my Vortex
Okay.
bottle.
Okay.
Omar's probably going to drink this next time he's in the office.
Yeah, when Randy has one of his little get-togethers up here.
I could see Brett accidentally drinking the Vortex bottle.
And I'll say again, you guys have had more people over and drink more of the alcohol than I ever have.
If I were someone who had a bunch of people here and drank all the booze, I'd say that exact same thing.
I'm trying to do a
We
little
invited
research.
you have.
You were one-
literally
You were one
have
of the
been saying
people.
that.
You were one of the people up here. We invited you.
What's your problem?
That Vortex bottle is just making me feel some type of way.
I know. I need to get this off the table.
I have a Dallas Mavericks 2011 championship Budweiser that's unopened. So about the same era.
I've got some bottles of wine that were associated with some old Red Wings players who started getting into, buying vineyards and stuff like that. And it's unfortunate that I'll never be able to drink them because they're long past when they'd be good.
In the
Really?
They haven't been stored properly either.
There you go.
in the 1 minute of research I've done, I can't find anything on why it was discontinued. But again, I've spent 1 minute looking, so
Have you asked Chat Jipitip?
I haven't.
Would you rather?
What, Randy?
This is a great play for the Twisters movie.
Yeah.
If they brought it back.
Yeah.
That's a good call. Hey, good job, Randy. Good contribution.
Hey, thank you.
DM Daisy Edgar Jones. I'll just do it.
Would you rather have access to this drinkable Vortex bottle or a properly stored Crystal Pepsi?
I've never had a Crystal Pepsi in my entire life.
Oh,
Well, I think I was too young. I don't think I was drinking soda at that age.
Buddy, it was the thing back in the day.
yeah.
Like if you got your hands on it, it was like the summer party was gonna be popping.
1992 to 1994. There's no way my parents were letting me drink Crystal Pepsi at that time.
You were wet. You weren't going to bed, and if you did, you were going to wet your sleeping bag.
It's like it's Pepsi, but it's clear.
Yeah, that's a movie.
It's a fucking movie.
That's a movie.
I wasn't
did-
even alive.
Why did they discontinue that?
Too many kids were pissing themselves at summer
I don't
parties.
think that's what it was.
That's what I heard.
Staying up all.
Me and my
No,
boys.
that's what Dave heard. Dude, it was totally normal from what Dave heard. Everybody was doing
Me
it.
and my boy James Chandler. We were just fucking pissing.
Yeah.
Staying up playing like Excite Bike on Nintendo.
Me and Clayton, we were playing Street Fighter 2 Turbo, just pissing.
Just pissing.
Yup, we would like go and like somebody fell asleep. We'd be like, let's put his hand in warm water. We'd go to do it. Too late. He already
All right.
pissed himself.
hmm
The
He was sopping.
Crystal Pepsi or the original Jolt Cola formula. You get to drink one. They still have Jolt Cola, I believe, but I think they dialed back the
They had to.
caffeine.
Did you hear about that?
No,
They had to.
because too many kids were pissing themselves.
The European mind couldn't comprehend
Dude,
it.
I had an old Jolt, like original recipe. I took a sip of it one time. I'm not kidding. when I put it to my lips, it shocked me.
Yeah, I get it. That's what it did.
It's electrifying.
It's electrifying.
No, the Jolt thing, the European mind couldn't comprehend it. The
No.
American bladder couldn't. Just pissed.
The European mind cannot comprehend Vortex bottles. They're like, no, give it to me room temperature with the widest mouth possible.
In a tiny little glass.
Mm-hmm.
It pours too fast.
Not about that life.
So how does that affect the pour? That's the question.
Mhm.
We're gonna
We're gonna
find out,
We're gonna
David.
find out.
Just calm down, man.
Just relax.
What's
Just
your
pour it
problem?
on your
Just
fucking-
relax,
Pour it
dude.
on your penis.
I'm not pouring it on my penis.
You pour half on your penis and drink the other half. Think about
I
that.
think I'd do it the other way though. I think I'd take
Yeah.
a huge chug and then finish it off with my finishing move is the pants beer.
So is this going in the fridge after this to prepare for consumption?
I don't really know what fridge it should live in. I have concerns that if it's not well protected, I might need to honestly put a lock on it.
By the way, I have concerns about the structural integrity of the top shelf in our fridge. There's a lot of beverages on it right now, and I don't know how much more it can hold.
Is it because we threw a happy hour and
And no one fucking showed up.
Yes.
And we got ghosted by the
It's-
biggest office in our complex.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
stocked
that's
right
why.
our biggest supplier of human capital just didn't show up?
Hey, it's cool though. At least they RSVP'd after the party.
now.
I'm still so butthurt. I don't remember the last time I felt that butthurt over something.
Hey, give him a break. It is a long journey over here from their office.
It's 30 yards, if that. I could throw an
Uphill both ways in the
NFL
snow.
sized football over their office.
I mean, there's a silver lining in everything. And I guess that silver lining is that one, we have a fully stocked fridge now, and
Randy.
two, that we spent pretty much the entire day cleaning our office. And
Yeah.
so now we have a clean office. But you know, the emotional stain of having an entire office ghost your happy hour will live with me for a while.
they had an issue.
Sure.
All hands on deck, dude.
Maybe they were holding out for that. If you told them now,
Hey, we got a vortex over here, buddy.
back then they didn't want you. Now you're hot
Mhm.
and they're all on you.
hmm
Now you're
Mhm.
you're hot now. You got that.
I can't wait to toss this in the group chat.
What a find.
Shit just changed for Will.
It did.
Man, shouts to Pushy Crusher.
Dude, so now I have 3 total pieces of Vortex bottle memorabilia. I've got the original bucket. Now we have an actual Vortex bottle, and hanging outside of our bathroom in the studio is a bar sign. I still haven't gotten the nightlight. Should I get the nightlight?
Yeah, always get the nightlight.
Where's the bar sign?
It's hanging in front of the room that is storing all the internet equipment.
I kind of hate where that is.
We solely put it there to get it off of a table that it was leaning up against. We solely put it there just to make it look like we had decorated.
Is that equipment functional?
Yeah, it's like
Yes,
a
we
little
have
circuit
internet.
board.
But I have internet in my place, and I don't have a closet full of just wires and shit. Like,
Yeah, it's
what-
'cause you got a
and
keg in the
circuit boards.
closet.
Like what's going on? In
Yeah,
there?
do we need to be worried about our energy bill with like all the circuit boards?
What is that?
Is that the mainframe that people think I'm hacking?
Wait, is that for the whole complex potentially?
No. So that's the main. A lot of those wires is for all the like telephone lines that can go to all the places. Like if this was a call center.
It's a bundle.
So that's why it's just a bunch of.
You have
empty
to get it. The
wires.
It look-
landline gets you a better deal, Dylan.
It looks like it's from like 1989.
It really
I mean,
does.
yeah.
It's
because it's all like telephone stuff. But
But
like,
do you remember at Grand X we had in like one of, I think it was in Joe's office, there was like a huge server thing. And I was like, why do we have this?
I never understood why
Like,
that's in our office.
All our stuff is on, all our stuff is
Yeah,
like
the Spectrum guy came
We
and hooked up
hub?
our internet. And we were fine. I don't think you need to go in that closet.
dude, we're the complex.
But do you remember
hub.
this closet?
What's
It was
going
like
on?
filled with like machinery. and it was
it looks like a fire hazard. That Joe's
Yeah.
office closet or whatever
Yeah.
it was like the biggest. You're like,
can't-
I
I
don't
don't
know
remember-
if that's
I don't
right.
remember that.
but like we're like, did we actually have servers for what we were doing at Grand X? Because I don't understand. We were running on WordPress.
well, when
Like, I don't-
when Micah started to go viral, we had to heist him down.
I never really thought about the fact that we actually had servers. Were we doing numbers?
No, we just needed a fucking laptop and an internet connection. I mean, it wasn't high tech over
We're
there.
just blogging.
Like,
Yeah.
wait, really,
I
what's
think
going on?
Those are just built into the things like ours. Like every single one of these like data point things.
But
we can.
Is it
connect
because
to.
it's an office?
But do we
Yes.
use it
Yeah.
for what?
Well, the majority of it we don't use, but like I use 4 of those outputs to go to the wall plugs in here. So they're just pre-wired. Everything like every single one of the data entry points is pre-wired to that closet.
Okay.
So
So
You don't know what he just said.
if there was a fire in just that corner of the office and that room burned up, could we still function tomorrow as a company?
no, because that's where the router is. And
We'd
the
have to go
Wi-
back to
the-
my couch.
That's where the Wi-Fi is.
People
All
would
right.
like that, or Will's garage.
I bet we can still find internet in here if they went down.
No,
No, we can find a way.
We ain't seen internet out this way in a long time.
So yes, the internet comes in over there, and we plug the router and the modem, everything in there, and that gives Wi-Fi, and that's all you guys need to worry about.
Well, what would happen? Like, let's say that room burns down. The authorities tell us you cannot operate as a business. You have to shut it down for a month. No internet for a month.
Got your charter pulled.
What would you like if you had no internet or phone for a month and you were just like, going about your day? You didn't wake up in the morning and grab your phone. Like you just knew it wasn't there. Like what would your mental state be like after a month of that?
Probably
It would be
happiness.
better, right?
I
Yeah.
think objectively better.
It would be better.
Should we do that?
Although I'd feel like I'd also be a little anxious because I feel like I'd be missing so much.
You wouldn't have to like see emails from your kid's school being like, "Your son drank too much Crystal Pepsi and he peed everywhere."
We can get you a desk phone.
Okay.
We need a landline.
That's fine.
We don't
Let's
need
get
a
one.
landline.
Yeah, I
it's
think
like
we
it's like
do.
$1 extra a month. Let's
We
get a
pay,
landline.
I think we pay for it. I think it's a bundle
Why don't we get a landline for cold call? That's way more entertaining than using Dave's phone.
because Google Voice.
Yeah, but if we had a
Make it
landline, we could just have backers call randomly to the office and we
you
could
know,
just
the
talk to
office.
them.
Oh, I don't. That seems like a great idea now.
I
but-
get a free landline.
It would be a lot of calls in the beginning, but it would dissipate eventually.
Ooh, we need a bathroom landline, like hotels.
Oh,
Those
you just
are
call
sick.
your
my
boys.
parents had one growing up, dude.
Those are sick.
It's so
The
sick.
most baller thing my parents did growing up was have a phone right there.
You call your buddy in the next room over. Hey, I'm taking a shit right now.
Dude, what are you doing? You know what I'm doing.
Hey man.
Talk about our friends over at Pesty. We've all been there. I've been there recently, and it's not a good place to be. You're sitting in your bed, and all of a sudden you see a huge bug in your room. I'm not the one to handle the bugs, Dylan. I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, Pesty is.
But now that we got Pesty, I got all the confidence in the world that it's going to get handled well. The other day, I was just sitting on the couch, had a bug jump on my chest. Been a long time since a bug has jumped on my chest, and it scared the living crap out of me. But luckily for me, I was like, oh my God, we got Pesty downstairs. I can just kill this one and know that I'm in better hands. And today's podcast is sponsored by Pesty. It's the do-it-yourself pest control company on a mission to provide pro-grade pest control products at an affordable price, so you could say hello to savings and buy to bugs at a fraction of the cost of most pest control companies. With Pesty, there's no more waiting all day for the bug guy to show up when you can spray it yourself in just a few minutes. Most of these companies charge hundreds of dollars, but Pesty makes customized treatment plans based on your location and the bugs and the climate, everything. They take it all into account. It's pretty cool. I've actually been using ours a lot. As you guys may have known, I started living in a house about 6 months ago. So now I'm taking on all this stuff. And we've had some bugs. We got little kids around. They leave food around. We leave food on the counter because we're lazy. We're tired. Bugs have just been coming around. We got ants. It's not good. It's not the worst, but it's not good.
You gotta nip that in the bud, man.
Possibly the best part, and I was talking about how we have kids around, is that it's kid and pet friendly, so you don't have to worry about your kids or pets around Pesty. Plus, it minimizes the risk of pollinators like bees and butterflies and reduces the negative impact of pesticides on the environment, so bugs can thrive in their ecosystem while you enjoy a bug-free home. Pesty offers a 100% bug-free guarantee or your money back. Seriously, they will refund you if you aren't happy with them. Now's the time to protect your home from bugs for less with Pesty. Head to pesty.com/steam. Use code STEAM for an extra 10% off your order. Once again, that's pesty.com/steam for 10% off, and make sure you use our promo code STEAM so they know that we sent you. The Frat
Oh, Dave got the
Consultant.
the sour ball.
Candy makes you dandy.
Okay, are you gonna do that right now?
Can we do it?
Yeah. Question though. How do you handle sour?
I don't know. I haven't had sour in a minute.
Okay.
Do you like sweet and sour chicken?
Not well.
Yeah.
Turns out.
Does it?
No, it doesn't correspond.
How long did Will go?
Whole time. Ate the whole thing. Never
Yeah.
took it out.
Really?
Yep.
Barrett, less than 2 seconds.
Dude,
I lasted from the time I put it in my mouth to the time I walked over to the trash can to spit it out. So
What?
about 5 to 7 seconds.
You
You're
got
the most clippable member of the
Yeah,
show.
you're hella
What'd I
clippable
say?
today.
Oh, put it in my mouth to spit it out. All right, but if we're talking about candy.
I know, but you should probably lead with the fact that you're eating sour candy. I put the sour candy in my
I
mouth.
think you'll like that about me, that I say shit that's dumb and clippable.
I mean, yeah, I really don't want Randy to clip that.
All right,
thing
here
you
we go,
said 20
Dave.
seconds ago at 39:40 of the
Randy is
podcast.
recording with his phone.
Hey, man, no pressure.
What, did you do a booger check?
You just did a booger check. Like, Dave, you've been on camera for like 40 minutes.
I know. I blew my nose. I was making sure the mustache was.
Okay,
Mm.
no bugs in the
By the
stash.
way, the gray hairs are seeping into the.
Yeah,
stash.
Sally walked into
good
me.
look.
Sally walked into me last night, plucking my white hairs out of my beard.
Why?
Plucking.
Because you want them.
They're all coming in right here, and so I don't want them to all come in right there. It's, to be honest, it's not very many.
You're gonna
so-
look like Kenny Rogers,
the gambler.
the fucking gambler.
That's great.
All right, ready?
Here it goes.
Do you chew it right away, or you just
No,
let it
no,
sit?
suck it.
Nobody. No, it's hard candy.
Keep it going. It starts a little tame, and then it really ramps up and makes the saliva pretty much impossibly thick.
How are you doing that?
Dude, his bottom lip is like sucking
Yeah.
in. The way your bottom lip is moving.
Why does it do that?
Ain't no thing.
It's pretty
Yeah, dude,
sour.
you
huh?
sound like you're crushing it.
Yeah, it's a juxtaposition between that and the Celsius.
Okay.
It was really good. This isn't bad at all.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
different.
gonna keep it in?
They don't make them like me anymore.
I'm different.
Okay.
That's good.
That's sour, right?
Yeah. All right, good.
You want a trash can?
Save it for later. That wasn't bad at all. That got really progressively worse. That
Dude,
was crazy.
It got worse as you keep it in?
Yeah.
I thought, like, so for me,
Yeah.
when I did it, it got really sour. It was fine in the beginning. Then it got really overwhelmingly sour. But I feel like my saliva got so thick that, like, it wasn't like all on my tongue anymore.
I feel like it singed my taste buds, and I felt it for the next like 3 or 4 hours.
I swallowed a little bit saliva. My tum hurts. I can
Already?
feel it. Yeah.
Instantly.
Not good. Probably got an ulcer. Probably out 3 to 5. Not good.
You'll be fine.
Oh my God. What is the name of that candy? Bartlett's?
Barnett's, mega sour fruit or something.
See, I feel like the Warhead had some kind of redeeming.
Sweetness.
There's a payoff
Yeah.
at the end.
And like
There
when
is.
you bit the warhead, it was very satisfying.
You ate that whole thing.
Yeah.
You're a fucking savage. You are a crazy man.
Come
Randy
from a
took
different
it like a
cloth.
champ too, man. I don't get it.
I think us Northerners are better at sour.
It's true. We got nothing else going on in our lives.
Explain that one.
We need
We
some
are.
excitement.
The science is there. We just didn't experiment. All the Texans spit it out. All the Midwesterners are Northerners. Me, Brett, and Randy
know
all
what?
kept
This
it in.
That is how it happened.
Like,
This is when you get to go outside like majority of the year. Like
Y'all
you-
just trying sour
yeah,
shit.
you know,
at home?
yeah. When we go to we just go to the movies and eat sour shit
Y'all
all winter long.
drinking Jolt and eating sour candy.
just
Yeah.
hang out in our basements. Just,
I don't like how the teeth feel.
Yeah. No,
There's like a film or like a dry something.
that's been the biggest deterrent from. I've kind of wanted one after, and just to endure it and have something sweet because it's actually a pretty good candy once you get done with the sour part. But I don't want my mouth to feel that way when it's done.
That's
so
why I
haven't
took
done
it. That's why I took a hammer into it and just made little shards.
Oh, that's a good idea. Hit me up next time, dude. We can share the shards.
Sounds good.
Shards.
The middle has a fizz to it too. If you kept sucking on it, it'll has a fizziness to it.
Okay.
It's interesting.
Can we talk Frat Consultant?
I'd
Yes.
love to. I know Randy loves it when mid-show I send him.
I already had it.
On Instagram.
I'm a producer.
Can someone explain to me what this guy's actually doing?
This is the Alabama fraternity consultant. He seems to be, I don't know, a little older than us. A lot older than us.
He's in his 50s. I'm guessing. And he
Shout out to former intern Curry,
Yes.
who sent this our way. Also, congrats.
Will from Austin.
Classic dumb guy on Twitter. This guy is just giving out some rush tips. If you are,
But he's running a business, right?
Yeah.
Like you can pay this guy to get frat tips.
fraternitycoaching.com is his website.
Dude, you should do this.
Yeah.
You could be a competitor to this guy.
This is a Grand X video idea from 2014.
The only issue is that we wouldn't be able to find an old guy to do this.
I don't know if you realize this. So
Jay.
sorority
Jay would have
consulting,
crushed this.
sorority consulting is a very real industry.
Yeah.
Did y'all know this?
Yes, I've heard about that. And was that covered in like the Bama Rush documentary?
I don't remember.
I didn't watch the Bama Rush documentary.
But
I didn't either. Everybody said it sucked.
yeah,
yeah, like to get set up for success and like rush, get the sorority you want. It's like there's a whole consulting business around it because it's super competitive, I guess, much more so than fraternity, I think. I've never seen a fraternity one.
Yeah, I think
that's because fraternity guys aren't dorky. Like most fraternity guys wouldn't be dorky enough to like take this on.
Well, you can hire him for a free 15-minute discovery call.
Please do one.
oh,
Who wants to do it? I'm the least frat because I was not in one. So am I the one that needs to do it?
Yeah.
He's
oh,
so
man.
Or just do we? If we're gonna do the consultancy, would we get the most out of it with someone that's very frat who knows the ins and outs?
He's been in the fraternity system since 1983.
Do you think you'd take me seriously if I said that I was trying to rush a fraternity at the University of Texas?
If you had your hat backward like you do during Patreon episodes.
He served as president, secretary, Rush chairman, and pledge class treasurer of his respective fraternity while participating heavily in regional and national fraternity conferences across the country.
Can we click on just one of his videos to get a sense of this? Because he doesn't say much in the videos. It's very Davis Clarkey, where he just like says something quick and fast and just kind of.
God, so
Man,
fat.
do the one with his son.
Okay.
How about resist all
Dude,
temptation?
I bet he used to haze balls.
Yeah, this guy was an absolute machine in the basement.
Don't text the Rush chairman.
Why don't you text
Okay,
the
we
Rush
all need to
chairman?
be thankful for what moms and dads
That look
do to help
thirsty?
get you through the Rush program.
He's-
But moms,
Oh, the moms.
don't text the Rush chairman.
Yeah, please give my little Timmy a bid.
Let's see the one with his son. Here we go.
Yeah, you don't do that.
There's
No.
probably some moms who can text.
Oh, it's just an image.
This
Dude,
guy's
he got
so
his son a
fucking fat.
bid.
This feels like a lot of work just to being a frat. I feel like kind of just it should just happen naturally. I really don't think you should have to pay consultants.
Imagine being this dialed into the fraternity scene in your 50s. That seems kind of sad to me.
Yeah,
I bet this guy's making good money.
but here's the thing. Like, I
No.
get the feeling this guy lives in Tuscaloosa. Tuscaloosa is like what? The biggest public company in Alabama? Or sorry, Alabama. University of Alabama is the biggest public company in Alabama or whatever. I forget how it's phrased. But like, he probably sees a very good opportunity here. I just don't know if it's going to work out because I think dudes that want to be in frats fancy themselves to be too cool to hang out with a 55-year-old dude who's teaching them how to be frat.
You'd have to be a total boner to use this guy's services, I think.
Getting in a
Well-
good sorority seems a lot more stressful than getting in a good fraternity.
For sure.
Like getting in a good sorority sets you up socially for a long time. Whereas like most fraternities, like the range of like coolness doesn't you might say that it's a big range. It's usually not that big.
Dude, it's like you show up to a party and if you're cool, you get a bid. Like it's that simple.
Mhm.
It's that simple.
Mhm.
But what if like you show up to that party and people find out that like your dad isn't the judge or your dad does not own a dealership?
It's true. True.
What is his what do you do if that's your, you're coming from that life where it's like, hey, your dad isn't a man of power. How am I supposed to get a bid? Does he cover that?
I bet he talks about like the clothing you wear to these parties. And
What's great is like none of this at Alabama's changed since he was at school. So this actually works for him. It's not like it's a Greek system where the trends have evolved.
It's true. Probably pretty similar. Think he's privy to the machine?
Ooh, the machine.
The machine.
You know about the machine, right, Dave?
The machine.
I don't talk about it publicly.
Okay.
Think
I was part of the Texas State machine.
Really?
Yep.
But you're talking about it.
That's all I'll
Yeah,
say.
this is very public.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Okay. Okay.
We did a lot of stuff.
I see that you followed him, Dave.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's part of my personal growth.
Mm-hmm.
You can never stop learning. Like, yeah, I'm about to turn 40, but like, what if I want to go back through? What if I want to go get my master's at Bama?
We should get one of his mugs. What's the mug say?
Honestly, the logo needs some work.
The logo stinks.
Alabama Fraternity Consulting. Oh, would be a real travesty if that arrived at our office for Dylan.
Yeah.
I do not need
Would
that.
be a real travesty
I
if
don't
one
know
of those was sent this
I
way.
don't know if that one's getting in the rotation.
Can we talk Justin Timberlake?
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake did something that none of you should be doing. He drove drunk.
It was in the Hamptons though.
Does that excuse it, David?
Billy Joel did it.
Hamptons does have the vibe of a place where celebrities are like, you know what, I can probably skate
It
by.
feels lawless.
Yeah.
I've never been. I don't really care to go.
If it's the, I mean, I'm not even like the always question is like, why not just get a driver? You're JT. Does JT have driver money these days?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. Yeah, buddy.
I guess
He
he,
brought
did just sell
sexy
out
bag.
stadium, like a literal stadium
Oh,
in
yeah,
Austin,
he's-
Texas.
he's still
Everyone
doing
we
tours.
know is at
2
that
nights in
show
a
but
row.
us.
Yeah, good point.
He did 2 nights.
Good point. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Well, everyone, Dylan, got duped by the poo crave.
I
Tweet
admit
yesterday.
that it took me a bit to figure it out.
I'm very pleased with how fast I recognized that it was poo crave and not pop crave, but it just said Justin Timberlake allegedly had traces of Molly, poppers, Truvada, and coke in the bloodstream following his DWI arrest in New York.
What?
Shout out to all
Poppers-
my Truvada boys.
Poppers are, I mean, I know what they are, of course, but some people at home might not know.
Poppers are an inhalant that will give you temporary euphoria or enjoyment.
Inhalant.
Yeah.
What are you inhaling exactly?
The fumes, I think, of some sort of liquid.
It's typically a jalapeno.
Hmm. You can wrap it in bacon normally to keep it all
Stuffed.
together. Be
And-
careful when you take the first bite though, because that sour cream can go shooting out.
It's crazy. He had jalapeno poppers in his bloodstream.
Poppers.
Yeah, he was hammered coming home from getting his triple dipper.
So Truvada,
That would actually make this a much better story.
Truvada, one of the things according to Poo Crave was in his bloodstream is an HIV medication.
See, I am very privileged in that when I saw Truvada, my first thing was like, is that like a car insurance company? Like Carvana or whatever that is. Like that was my first thought, and then I was like, oh, I should probably look this up.
What if he was taking it for COVID?
Truvada?
Mm-hmm.
Is that a thing?
It's also one of the hepatitis strain medication.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I guess none of it matters. He didn't actually have it.
Yeah,
We got duped.
yeah, it got community noted, but this was after like not only did people were willingly admitted just being like, yeah, I definitely thought this was real.
I mean, 25,000 retweets.
JT, what do you guys think of his mugshot? Was that in terms of best case scenario versus worst case scenario?
Good
Where does his
mugshot.
mugshot
I didn't think it
fall?
was bad at
It's
all.
a good looking mugshot.
It could have been anything, and it would have gotten memed into oblivion. Shout out to whoever did the chicken nugs.
He's a handsome man.
Oh, the microwave PNG over it? That
was good.
That was
The
good.
lighting was impeccable for that mugshot.
Yeah, his eyes were glassy as hell.
Yeah. He was drunk.
Not that red though.
What was his BAC? Do we know that part?
I don't think they've actually released anything. The community note that I read earlier, which they've changed this community note since we started recording, it just said that they hadn't released anything about the details of
Yeah,
it.
they're not. You're not going to get this information within 24 hours of the arrest,
Well-
which is like the funniest thing. And honestly, when Landry, did we already say that Landry got duped by it?
Oh, did he?
He's the one who sent it, and then he unsent it, and KJ had already responded to it. And I was like, wait, what happened?
KJ unsent a text yesterday too.
I can only imagine what that
I know. I was
don't
like,
even wanna
oh,
know.
come on, KJ. Let's keep that thing in there.
He was getting messy.
Yeah.
If you guys got DUI and they took your blood work and it was a public thing, what's the last thing you want in your system?
You gotta
Freon.
think. You got to think Truvada's up there.
I want for
It's
me,
HIPAA.
I don't want them to find like a single trace of fucking cream in my coffee.
That's true. That's beta male shit, Dave.
That's a good point. I didn't know they tested for that.
I didn't either. This guy's clean, but he had some creamer, and it's
When I was 22, I got blood work done, and it was a time in my life when someone gave me an Adderall, I'd take it at a party, and I got my blood work done like 2 days later, and I started being like, oh my god, they're gonna see that I was taking someone else's Adderall. Am I gonna be in trouble for this? I asked the nurse when she came in with my results. I was like, does this say anything about like Adderall? And she goes, no, we don't test for that. I was like, cool. I've been thinking about it for like 3 days. Panicking, you're going to arrest me for taking an Adderall.
I would be embarrassed if it showed Freon that I had huffed at a house party
Mm-hmm.
when I went outside to smoke a cigarette and noticed an air conditioning unit on the side. That'd
Yeah.
be real embarrassing.
That's a bad look for sure.
It's a bad look. Shout out to people who did that. Real sketch.
I need to start training my eyes to go like to the handle and the bio of a account like this when I see like shocking news.
I got duped by a Poo Crave tweet a couple months ago, and it was that trademark moment where I always knew that I could never look at a Pop Crave tweet again without knowing it was that. And now that I don't follow either of them because I don't care about that kind of celebrity news all the time, but like there's no way I'm getting served Pop Crave more than Poo Crave at this point. Poo Crave is the one.
Okay. Maybe I've seen it a bunch and I just didn't it didn't register for me that I've been seeing it. I got by Barry McCockiner a couple of times.
A couple times. He is playing you like a fiddle.
Yeah.
That guy is an absolute menace.
You had a run where you got caught by him like 3 times in a week.
Yeah,
did
you
play
weren't
me like
happy
a
about
fiddle.
that.
I'm right. I'm squarely in his demographic.
Like you were getting smoked by this guy.
He just owned me for a little bit. It's like, you guys seen this? Like, Dylan, come on, man. It says Barry McCockiner.
Barry. Dylan's
Yeah.
not saying anything inappropriate. That's his name.
Yeah, Barry, and then the last name is McCockiner.
Not a real person.
Not
Normal.
real.
Normal stuff.
Not real.
Normal. Can we talk climate protesters?
What are they up to? Are they
We
s-
love a good climate
They
protest.
stopping traffic somewhere.
Love a good climate protest. Just this morning, Stonehenge was spray painted by some amateur graffiti artists.
That's fucking sorry, man.
Like, and you can play the video. What I don't get, out of all the things that you could desecrate in the name of the environment, why would you choose something made out of the environment? Why wouldn't you choose?
man.
Why wouldn't you choose something?
No, good point. This is a natural. These are not. Yeah.
I will also say
And
that
look at
I
all the
think
aerosol.
Stonehenge is one of the least cool, popular attractions of all time.
Have you been?
No. I had the option of going when I was in 5th grade, and I wasn't that into it, and so we decided not to do it as a family. But like, it's just rocks piled up.
Yeah, but how?
And that person just sits down. These people, man.
No, dude, he's making a difference. But like, why Stonehenge?
Like, they're just.
They didn't even have heart in it. Like the second somebody tried to stop them, they like pretty much just stopped and sat down.
What's worse? These people are the ones who sit down in traffic and stop like major thoroughfares so they can get their point across.
I think the people in traffic, because you're trying to get your body
It's like,
caught.
man, I'm just trying to get somewhere.
Someone could be looking at their phone innocently, like you, and just run them over, and then suddenly they got a manslaughter charge on their hands.
buddy, they get run over.
Yeah, like
it happens.
Yeah, like that. Like just those. Yeah, don't put up people's lives in danger for the environment. We're doing that ourselves.
What if like they did it in the Hamptons and Timberlake's just rolling?
Yo,
He's got his own music just
Mhm.
blasting. He's just popping HIV antivirus.
You got poppers in the system.
and he just smokes some dude. He's like, fuck. Now he's gone intoxication manslaughter.
Wait, why don't you fuck with Stonehenge?
look at it.
yeah,
don't-
but
it's-
the question is how.
Right. And
I
what,
think
and
people
what
just lifted rocks, man.
it's what's like a sundial or something? Is
They
that
just
what
figured
is?
it out. Like this, if this is some kind of like marvel, then the
think it's-
pyramids need to be like
I
think it's more-
glazed into oblivion.
It's more
DC.
mysterious than it is a marvel. It's like
Is it that mysterious? Like they're just giant ass rocks in the ground. They
how
probably
they get
use
them? How they get that big
fucking
shit
levers
up
and
there?
pulleys, dude. We learned about this shit back in the day.
Wait, what was your pyramid take?
Mine?
Did you say this? What did you say?
I just said that the pyramids are way cooler. If this is cool,
Oh,
the
sure.
pyramids are like
Oh,
the coolest.
No
like,
one's gonna argue that.
There's levels on the pyramids.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
this shit does not move the needle for me compared to the pyramids at this point. And I glaze to England all the time.
You think this is a lever and pulley situation?
I don't know. Like, is it that impressive to get these giant ass rocks up there? If
How
you-
tall are the rocks?
They look tall.
When did this supposedly go up?
Dylan, you can tell me how tall those are just by looking at them.
Oh yeah, that one right there is 12 feet tall, right in front of us.
Stonehenge is a prehistoric megalithic structure in the Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England. Let's see.
13 feet,
13 feet tall.
25 tons. Each standing stone, 25 tons.
That's heavy. Do we have a year?
Stonehenge 1 was around 3100 BC.
Oh, I mean that's back. That's back. in
Okay, they
time.
probably fucking trained dinosaurs to do it.
Dude, Men were like 4.5 feet tall back then too.
Yeah, they probably had fucking brontosauruses just pulling up rocks. They probably picked them up with their mouths and just stacked them up, and they're like, "All right, don't move that one."
I think that was much longer ago.
No, it's for the dinosaurs, dude.
It is. I mean, I think it's cool.
It's cool.
I'm not like, oh man, I gotta get out there and see it, but it's cool.
Like if you showed up at Stonehenge right now, you'd be like, "Okay,
I'd be like, man.
so what are we doing for lunch?"
Like, how'd they do this?
Yeah, should we go get lunch?
It's in the middle of nowhere. Is there a city close to it?
Yeah,
Stonehenge.
dude. There's a city close to everything in England. That place is tiny. It's like the size of Rhode Island.
No, this is just outside of Estonia.
I don't believe Dave.
Two very good jokes, Dave, that are going on. Appreciate it. I love it.
Two very good jokes, please.
I can appreciate the joke without shout laughing. Good Estonia joke, David.
I need more shout laughing. I need Will like running out of the room.
Oh, smiling like Mahomes' ex-wife
I think it
or
lines up with
girlfriend.
the solstice.
Is that
thing.
her? No, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Russ Wilson.
It's a solstice
okay.
play?
I knew what you meant.
I'm pretty sure it lines up with the solstice, and like the
What's she
sun
doing?
does when it sets.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. That's kind of a cool
See,
part of it.
That to
The
me is
sun
That's a cool
wild.
part of it. Okay, good point, Randy. Good point.
What exactly do you mean by that?
So-
How does it line up?
So like the sun will be like in the middle of those like archways.
Yeah. So it used to be a circle,
Okay.
and I'm pretty sure it's been vandalized in ways like numerous times. Like people have tried to fuck it up.
Just someone out there with an F-250 just moving them around.
Like
There's no way those are legal.
out of all the cool shit, like we yam on Stonehenge in America for like dope ass shit you can go see. We got like the world's largest cherry pie up in northern Michigan you can pull over and go see. That's way cooler than this.
Snake Farm.
But nothing this old.
It's a reptile house.
Just sounds nasty.
You understand?
I do. I mean, we got the sphere for crying out loud.
Whoa.
It's true. They don't have a sphere. London's getting a sphere though.
It's the
Really?
epicenter
I think
of
so.
Earth
Just like
energy.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the same company's building or planning on building one in London.
What if I told you as many as 14 ley lines converge on the site? And you're probably gonna be like, well, what the fuck's a ley line? A ley line, of course, is a powerful channel of energy that connects places of ancient and primordial significance all across the country. So, does that answer your hypothetical question?
Did I know what you just said? No. I'm just more confused now.
This dude doesn't even ley line. What kind of lines do you do?
Not touching that one. Don't do lines.
I support Stonehenge.
Nah,
Okay.
Nah.
Dave supports Stonehenge.
Nah.
I do think it's funny to I bet there's not an F-250 in England.
Do you power wash it off?
They can't comprehend
I
that.
was
No.
thinking the same thing.
There is no way.
With truck nuts?
And they come here, and there's just some dude who lives in an apartment downtown. and
Sells
he's from-
insurance.
He's from fucking Katy, Texas.
Mhm. He's got extended cab lifted.
He went to a school with 900 people in his graduating class.
He's got he's got a special parking spot at his apartment complex because it won't fit in the garage.
He parks diagonal across
Mhm.
like 3 spots.
hmm
He rolls coal at the farmer's market just to
Yeah.
fuck, just to fuck with everybody.
Yeah.
The biggest cars in England are like Mercedes Astro vans to like transport people.
Those
Yeah.
are sick.
Other than that, they just don't have anything.
I wonder how many F-250s are in Europe.
I can see them having regulations to the point where you're not even allowed to have one.
Same. And the streets are not big enough for
At
them.
least 90% of people in Austin that drive pickup trucks do not deserve a pickup truck.
Or don't,
At
yeah.
least 90%. It drives me insane.
I thought about getting one.
Have you seen
I've
the
thought about getting one. If
know-
that tells you anything, I've thought about
You
it.
know how dope it is just to be able to toss your clubs over the thing?
Have you seen the videos of people who are
It
demonstrating
feels good.
It does.
people who are demonstrating their cyber trucks being trucks?
Yes.
There's a guy who's like, he was just getting dunked on so hard. I guess he worked or lived on a farm or something. And he was like, check out my Cybertruck, how I use it at my farm. And he was just unloading like topsoil bags from the back of his truck.
Tight, dude.
Like, okay, like a Honda Civic can
They're
do
not
this.
that nice of trucks off road. Like you can't do
No.
much with them off road.
No.
The one that got stuck in the river was hilarious. You just can't own a Cybertruck without immediately having every single person think you're a douche.
And there was the guy who had to get rid of his Cybertruck because he towed a lot, and his range went from like 350 or whatever to like 60 miles because he couldn't tow.
Did you guys see? I mean, that guy went viral last week for the charger getting stuck in there, and they had a ripcord to get the charger out of the thing. It's like a ripcord?
And the accelerator was getting stuck. Remember that?
Why did he put his toe on the accelerator like that? That was creepy. I think he was doing no feet pics, but still wanted to do it. Having Houdini by Eminem on in the car while you're doing the video? Relax.
Bro, let's go out this weekend. There's a crazy event happening.
I like to turn up.
Bro, there's a crazy event happening.
Let's just go have fun and let go of it.
Little Woodrows, let's go.
This weekend in Fawn, presented by our friends at Lucy. We love Lucy. I have a Lucy right now. I mentioned previously I graduated from the 4 milligram to the 8. I like the breaker.
He doubled up, dude.
Apple ice is my flavor. Look, just to get you kind of dialed in, pick you up your mood a little bit.
Catch me with a mango in my mouth.
Mango's
a mango
good.
Lucy.
I was gonna say, like, we're doing it's a Lucy read, Dave. Not
Right.
no, we're not doing an ad read for mangoes.
Big fruit.
They have your traditional pouches. They have the breakers, like I mentioned, a little flavor capsule inside that you bite down on to release that flavor, or the gum, which I know Brett and Dave are big fans of.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, it is 100% pure nicotine, always tobacco-free. They come in 2, 4, 8, and 12 milligram. So it's a little something for
The
everybody.
gum packs a little punch.
I like the gum.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah.
my favorite, of course, is the breaker.
I feel like the idea behind gum, people always are like, oh, it's probably not, it's probably a little more tame. No.
No, I like it. I've always been a big gum guy. And you know me, I eased into it with the gum. And now, you know what? I'll toss in a breaker every now and then.
Fat
My
ass hooter.
favorite time to take a breaker, I think, is after lunch. You kind of like feeling a little sluggish. Just get you right back in the game. I absolutely love these things. Let's level up your nicotine routine with Lucy. Go to lucy.co/steam and use promo code STEAM to get 20% off your first order. Lucy offers free shipping and has a 30-day refund policy if you change your mind. That's lucy.co and use code STEAM to get 20% off. And always free shipping. And here comes the fine print. Lucy products are only for adults of legal age, and every order is age verified. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
What are you doing this weekend, Dylan?
Thanks for asking, Will. Going to be hanging with Chelsea Friday. We are going out with some of her friends that I haven't met yet. We're going to catch some live music.
You gonna turn into a comedian?
Maybe.
Who are you seeing, dude?
I don't know. One of this couple, that they have a friend who's performing.
So you got to pretend like you like it.
I might actually like
Wow,
it.
that's really good.
I might actually like it.
Bro, did you write that?
So
Fuck
that's
yeah.
my Friday. Saturday, heading out to Burnett, Texas,
You've never burned in your life.
to pick up Parks from Camp Longhorn.
Wow.
Get him early Saturday morning, and that'll be fun. I miss him like crazy. I get to see how much fun he had. He's gonna.
How are
take
you
me-
picking him up?
Probably like this.
You should get like a chopper and chop her in.
Take your Cybertruck.
Rent a Cybertruck and pick him up in it.
I likely will just drive the car that I already have.
You're so boring.
Yeah, and then we're going to take him out to get a burger. And there's apparently a really good burger place in the area that we're going to go to. And then
When y'all get home, are y'all going to watch like 38 minutes of a movie?
maybe with some popcorn.
Is it the Trailblazer Grill? Is it Bill's Burgers, Wings, and Things? Or
I
is it
don't know.
Mama's Home Cooking?
I don't know. We'll find out.
All those places do sound
They
pretty
sound
good.
pretty dope.
Yeah, none of the burgers look exceedingly bomb though.
Bill's?
Bill's has the highest rating, and from the eye test alone, I think Bill's Burgers, Wings, and Things need to know what the things are.
You need to know what the things got.
Hey, Bill,
I'm going to report
show
back.
us your things.
Those
I'm going
things
to
are
report
thinking.
back. Yeah, so that's
I'm going to
my,
do some research while you're talking about your weekend on the things.
that's my Saturday. And then the rest of the weekend, just going to chill with Parks, catch up with him, see how his camp stay went. Probably go swimming because that's what he wants to do all the time. And then, yeah, just going to vibe with the little man the
I
rest
think
of
he
the
just got fucking heaved on that blob.
Dude, yeah. I want to hear all about the blob. He's a little fucker, too. He probably flies.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
I wonder if they had the boys out in the little boat with the paintball guns.
Probably not. I've never done a blob. Y'all done a blob before?
Nope.
It looks so freaking cool.
Nope.
Yeah.
If they had a blob at the camp that my parents were trying to send me to, I would have absolutely done it.
What's it cost to just acquire a blob and
Probably
like,
not
keep
that
it
much.
at your
Bounce
lake
houses
house?
right now are pretty inexpensive. I know it's different,
It's
but
just a big sack of air.
yeah, exactly.
Very big sack of air.
Mm.
Anyway, that's
tried
my
to-
weekend.
I typically order the blob at Mattel Ranchos or Mattel Ranchos.
He's the president.
Metal Ranchos, Metal Ranchos, Metal Ranchos, and Metal Ranchos.
You're asking me about my weekend.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Large Bob.
Mattel Ranchos. What are we gonna
I
do?
love Mexican people.
The best taco bowl was at Trump Tower.
It did look fire, to be fair.
It really did. You know, there's a golf invite out there. I got to see about it. But other than that, it's going to be lay low. Had a big weekend last weekend, came out of it not feeling great. Now the baby's not feeling great. We've got a real big weekend the weekend after next, or after this one, right? We were going to be in Chicago. So I'd like to go into that one. I was thinking about doing like a cleanse, not a cleanse, but just maybe like not drinking until Chicago. I don't know. We'll see if I can do that. So
I would
maybe-
applaud. I would applaud you if you completed that. But it also sets you up to absolutely like crave a drink the second you get to Chicago.
Yeah. Be the guy like doing it on the plane. We get in at like 11.
Mm-hmm.
Just completely burn out before we even check into the hotel.
I could see Randy doing a drink on the plane.
Yeah.
Don't shake your head dismissively like that. You do drugs to host your podcast.
Okay. Early bird, use promo code or something.
Damn, I had to think about that, but he's absolutely right.
I'm a fan of Randy taking an early bird before doing
Hey.
a game show podcast. It stops him from counting as fast as he would have normally for scores.
Randy, could you piss clean right now? If
Yeah,
you
bro.
pissed in a cup, could you piss clean?
No.
Dude, I got a Sunday confession on the Scaries newsletter the other day. That was someone that's they love smoking weed and they haven't done it for a year because they're applying for jobs. And I'm like, dude, just smoke weed. Like, are people still drug testing at that? Like, unless he's doing some specific, industry where they always drug test.
How
I'm
long
like,
does it stay in your system? Because maybe
A while.
I think it's longer than
It's a long time.
like 2 weeks.
They can do the
I
hair
think
test.
it's tough to get it out of your system in 2 weeks. I think it's about a month.
You have to drink piss.
I know someone who got a job interview that definitely drug tested, and
We're-
they had about a week to get their system clean.
Or Joke Cola will do it too.
Ever tell you about the friend I had that tried to like detox himself before a drug test? He like had smoked weed and he hadn't in a long time and he was about to do a drug test. So he went to GNC to try to get some detox things and he told the guy was like, "Oh, now that you're telling me that's the reason why I can't legally sell you this stuff, but you can go down to Greenfields, which is like the hippie store and all that stuff. Every mall has one of these, right?" And like they just brought out a binder and they said, "All right, you need this, this, and this," and like gave him like a bunch of tinctures and he passed his drug test.
There you go.
Sick.
What
There
was
you
the
go.
damage on that?
I don't know, but it's just hilarious.
I would never just from this is a blanket statement. I don't think I could ever work for a company that would not hire someone because they smoked weed.
Yeah.
Like that is the narpiest shit I've ever seen.
it is.
Like, come on.
I bet you a lot of companies have cooled it on that policy.
You think
Yeah.
the company that built Stonehenge drug tested? There's no way, right?
No. Can you drug test dinosaurs?
Yeah. There's
Did,
a way.
did dinosaurs exist?
Great question.
Here we go.
Some people
Yeah.
are willing to have that conversation.
How long does Tamura or whatever?
Tia and Tamara?
What was the Timberlake, the poo crave drug? How long does that stay in your system?
Truvada?
Truvana?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Truvana.
I don't know.
How long does Carvana stay in your system?
I don't
That's a
know.
question
I don't know
too.
about that either.
Yeah, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna enjoy this weekend. There's a signature event happening. Is it the Traveler? What is the golf tournament? There's something happening. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I can tell you're just fired up for this golf tournament.
Yeah, I don't know. Sports is dead to me. Although we do have a series. The Oilmen did it. We're going back to Edmonton. You know what that means? More hockey. What about you,
Why
Will?
is it still going on? Wrap it up. Your boy doesn't have too much going on. Actually, that's a lie. I've got a lot going on. Headed to Scottsdale, Arizona tomorrow to do some content and just filmed some stuff. Headed back Friday morning. I will probably not be leaving the property of the hotel in Scottsdale, and I'll probably just be eating at the hotel bar and hanging out and going to bed early and trying to get some sleep once it's all said and done. And then from there, doing absolutely nothing all weekend, and I can't wait. You ever heard that before, Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
Euros are firing right now, so we got morning soccer. I'm actually going out to dinner on Saturday night with some people that I met at the Grateful Dead show, the Dead and Company show at the Sphere. Sally knew some of them before, just through friends of friends and stuff like that. But doing that, kind of excited, and just hanging out, getting kid time in before we head out of town next weekend for the big show. Welcome to the big show.
Well, it's the big show.
You wouldn't know about that, dude. You're not a wrestling head.
You don't know about the big show.
I could pick him out. I know who
He's
he
the
is.
biggest show in town.
He's a big fella.
He could have done Stonehenge.
By himself?
With the proper rope and pulley system. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Very cool.
Hey.
Dope. I don't know.
What, David?
I don't
What,
know.
David?
You looked over like I was looking at something of importance.
Dave's got some propaganda on his timeline. Did you guys see the guy who hacked North Korea's internet?
Their little closet?
A dude hacked into North Korea's internet and shut it down.
Only one person uses the internet over there, I think.
No, they have an internet,
And
but
they
it's not the internet.
they read TFM.
It's not the internet? Like the limited access?
I think so, yeah. And so he did like an AMA on Reddit, and people were like, I mean, he's very public about this because he's like, I want to do it again. But people are like, did you see what their internet looks like? And he said, no, next time I do it, that's my main goal is to figure out what the internet looks like, and so I can show people.
Can they access the hub over there?
Pornhub?
Mhm.
You can't do it in Texas, I've heard.
Find a way.
Word on the street.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Real beaters know.
Yeah, you can't.
Oh.
VPN? Incognito? Like, what do you do? You don't have to tell us how you access Pornhub, Randy. It's okay.
I think more states are doing it too.
Oh, yeah. A lot of
true.
states. A lot of states.
Do you remember that we would look at the map and you would see TFM? Somebody in North Korea was reading TFM.
Yeah, I do remember that.
It's like, okay,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
That was weird. Especially when we were doing the Otto Warmbier story.
Oh,
Yeah, oh yeah.
that was the worst story, man.
Yeah,
That
but
poor kid.
credit to TFM. I think TFM covered it in a very nice way.
We did, yeah.
Like this,
we were pretty much awareness raising.
We were the #1 source for Auto Warm Beer.
was
Company.
J-Bone,
It was
right?
J-Bone, and
Yeah.
I think J-Bone wanted to do it because I think J-Bone knew he could cover it in a way that was not going to be distasteful or anything. That was depressing as hell.
Unlike Tales of the Night Pooper.
Yeah, yep. J-Bone really,
short-lived
he really
PGP
brought it on
series.
PGP. Man, when you saw a couple installments of the Night Pooper come through, that's just an instant edit.
Yeah, we were feasting.
Randy's laughing because that was probably what really got Randy, turned him into a J-Bone head.
No, I never really read them, but I'm
Bozo
aware
and
of them.
Bozo. Let's get out of here.
Bye.